And going back now to our story on One Nation, One Election, we are privileged to have with us Justice Dr. Satish Chandra, former judge of the Allahabad High Court, to expand on this idea and tell us a little bit about what he thinks about it. Justice Chandra, thanks for being with us. But we clearly see that expenses are going to come down. How is this going to help? From the legal point of view? How do you look at it from the legal point of view?
Sir, the question is this: the one nation, one election is not a new idea. Soon after becoming the republic in India, the elections were held simultaneously in the year of 1952, 57, 62 and 67 simultaneously. But premature dissolutions of the assemblies in the year of 1968 and 69, cycle was broken. And in 1983, first time, the idea came from the Election Commission, who submitted a report in the year of 2015. And Election Commission, that report is known as the Election Commission Feasibility Report. And there they have clarified, if there will be midterm elections for any region, for change of the Prime Minister or the Chief Minister, immediately they will have to face that test in the Assembly or in the House. That was there. In 2019, the BJP had mentioned this aspect in its manifesto. On 2nd September 2023, a committee was constituted under the chairmanship of the Honorable former President of India, Kovind ji, and who submitted the report on this 14th March 2024, where 21,000 suggestions have come from the public, and 81% people have said that there is elections need, that seeding must be there between the state elections and the central elections, and 39 political parties were consulted. Now, what are the benefits of this exercise?
Yes.
Naturally, there will be a financial savings, as everybody knows, and polling staff, security staff will be reduced, not double required, and transparency will be there, stability of the election commission's activities will be there, and campaign for the political parties will also be reduced. Expenditure will reduce because only one time they will have to make the campaign. And government will be busy in the other activities, not for the elections activities. So these are some benefits which can be said, and code of conduct cannot be repeated again and again every time of the election. So development activities will carry out in the country or in the states.
Sure. So that is clearly, Justice Chandra, that's clearly from an organizational point of view, it's going to be much better. But in terms of, let's say, the rights of an individual who's voting in a democracy, does it help him? I mean, or her? How does it help in promoting, let's say, the issues of an election, like development, social harmony, social justice and things like that?
That is true. That is true. And this commission, this report is there, which has been submitted to the President of India. And they said that the election may be held in two steps. In first steps, this will be the election for the House of People and state legislative assemblies. In second steps, within the 100 days, for the local elections, that is municipality and panchayat elections. So these individuals will be benefited, and there will be single electoral roll and a single photo ID card, EPIC. For this purpose, all these are the aspects which will be benefited to the public and to the nation to save the money. And there will be fixed tenure of the House for 5 years, and midterm elections, if need be, that will be for the remainder period. That was there.
But, just for the sake of a discussion, just to expand the issues a little bit, we are, of course, a diverse country, and, there are regional issues, there are national issues. All these things, can they all be, clubbed together during one election, sir?
During one election, this is the negative point, that the issues, local issues, international issues and national issues will be overlapping. That will be there. And also, double EVMs are required, and PAT machines are required, for which 10,000 crore is required for every elections. And I think that small parties or small individuals elections, they will be vanished slowly. That will be reduce the number of the political parties in this one. Effect of the political autonomy of the state will also be affected. This is the point.
So what about from the voters' point of view? Do you feel that, the voter, are we putting too much pressure on the voter all at once, to go and, I understand it's a very good exercise from the organizational point of view. And even also from, because of that, there are spillover benefits for the economy, for development and all that. But after all, a voter has to choose, and there may be a lot of choices to make all at once.
And now voter is highly educated, you can say not educated, very conservative for this purpose. For example, in Delhi, the local elections or the assembly elections were in the favor of the AAP party. Yes. But when the election came for the central government, all the 7 seats were gone to the BJP. So the voter can understand where he is voting and for whom he is voting. So there is no need to worry about it.
Yes, and there have been examples where the elections have been held simultaneously, and we have seen, like in Odisha, for instance, one party is chosen for the state and another for the center. But, how long will it take to implement, Justice Chandra? Because there may be some constitutional requirements.
Yes, you are right. For the implementation of it, two-third, with the majority of a two-third amendment is required in the Constitution in Article 83, which deals with the term of the Parliament. Article 85, dissolution of the Parliament. Article 172, duration of the State Assembly. Article 174, dissolution of the State Assembly. And Article 356, imposition of the President rule in the states. These are the articles which are required to be amended in the Constitution. In addition to it, Representation of the People Act will have to be, 1956 will have to be amended. So and State Election Commission, who will conduct the phase 2 elections, also needs some amendment.
I see. So there are these requirements that are to be made.
Legally requirement for the amendments.
But do you foresee, if this does take place, it's likely to take place now that the recommendations have been made, that from the point of view of the courts, will there be, some sort of an appeal? Or likely, and how you, after all, lots of ex-chief justices were consulted, a lot of former chief election commissioners. There's a wide array of people who have given their views on the subject.
We are the democratic society, democratic country.
Yes.
And going to the court is a right, and nobody can stop it. What court will do, it is for the court. Can't say it is premature. But going to the court is a right, anybody can go there.
Yeah, but since you come from that field, do you foresee there will be less, cases related to elections going to the court? After all, the Election Commission is the place that decides these things, but after that, they go to the court sometimes as well.
No, sir, I can't say so. Because in a democratic country, you have seen in Maharashtra, the legislators went to the Assam and they came back. So such type of exercise will go. So I think there will be no change.
I see. So again, from the point of view of what the recommendations of the committee are, there a lot of it also it deals with how this is going to help our society. After all, we are a model democracy to the world and the largest democracy of the world. But and this is going to be an exercise which is going to help aid our democratic exercise, but also aid the purpose of government, which is to develop and create a better nation and build a nation. So all in all, there are a lot of...
It also helps.
Yes.
For government, it will also help. For the reason that code of conduct will be for the limited period, one time only, not again and again. And secondly, they can devote their time for the development of the country or international issues, to solve the international issues. And because in India, every 3 months or 6 months, there is an election in one assembly or one place seat. Right. So this will be reduced and they can devote more time for the development of the country.
Did you think that it was
international issues and national issues?
So there are two steps, Justice Chandra. The second step is about the local elections that will be held within 100 days. Is that also necessary that should be part of the simultaneous election, or are we actually just thinking of the states and the center, which are, the local elections are after all for a very small area. And for the local governments, those elections shouldn't, ideally speaking, I'm just giving a point of view, they are for a smaller area and should be localized.
This is the recommendation, merely a recommendation in this committee, and it is for the parliament when law will be made, how they will deal it. And election is election after all, maybe for a small or for a big constituency or a small constituency. And political parties are also participating in the local elections.
Yes. Okay. We'll
They
leave
are
it
not
there.
immune. They are participating. When they are participating, they are using it.
Right. We'll leave it there. Thank you very much, Dr. Satish Chandra, Justice Satish Chandra. Thank you for enlightening us on the subject. And this is, it's a fascinating topic, and we can continue discussing it. But I think we've covered the main points. Thanks, sir, for being
Thank
with
you.
us.